And sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. As we come into today's cold but hot matchup for the MCHC East against two top 15 teams in the country, with Saginaw Valley coming in at number 6 and your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils coming in at number 14 is Dorn Cipher there trying to get a little bit of a one-on-one on Barrett. Blue Devils looking real good lately. Is they're 9-5-1 right now. But in the last 8 games, they've came away with 13 points out of 16 possible. For anybody, that is a good stretch of hockey, as they've taken out the top 3 really in the conference, of that being U of M, Ann Arbor, Adrian, and Oakland. We're going to get more into that later as we get into the period, but Barrett getting the start today over Forrester, who's backing him up. Barrett's had a pretty good stretch here lately, as Van Vliet's going to try and pop this one out, and Carter not able to give a big paw on it, but Devils able to get it out. But Barrett coming off a really nice shutout against Oakland, that being his second of the season, second of his career. He's getting his first one against Trine, as this one's going to be stopped, and Barrett able to grab that weak wrist shot, and this one's going to come to his left, 18-12 left. Blue Devils really have done well so far this season and jumping out to hot starts. And that's a nice block there by number 20, Darcy, as this one's going to wrap around Jacob Winters, and Saginaw able to get that out. But Sawyer able to try and keep that one in. Now it's going to pop into the Blue Devils zone off the stick of Nelson. And Drumming putting a nice solid body contact on Kolka there. And this one's going to pop off the stick of Darcy, but McLean able to get that away from Darcy. And not sure who number 20 is there. Sometimes the jersey mishaps happen, but this one's going to be dumped in by Schoen, who in the last few games has really shown why, as a freshman, he needs to be started here. The Plymouth native. This one's going to come out of the zone after being hitting the roof. This be leaving 16:54 on the clock. Both teams kind of struggling and fighting for ground here. It's definitely a little bit of trench warfare. And Percival, he's really, so far as a freshman, shown his grit every game in and out this season. His eye is going to put some pressure on Don Cipher there. Churchill looks far side, then back over to Shaheen on the right, and he's going to softly dump that in. Now Zaya is going to try and take Don Cipher off, and Don Cipher is the hot stick for Saginaw Valley Cardinals right now, as he is leading the team in goals and assists, I believe. So far, he's leading the team in goals with 9, but leading them in points with 18. So real balance there off the stick of Don Cipher, as this one's an absolute physical battle there on the sideboards to Barrett's right. And Juhas able to avoid that, and Selmeyer being taken down there by Carter. And Saginaw Valley getting a little bit of the physicality advantage going, which is what they are known for. Game in and game out, they will be physical. And huge chance here for Colin Clark. Going for the pass. Adam Parker putting it away. Blue Devils up 1-0. And the Saginaw Valley defender blowing a wheel out there, trying to transition, and that gives Colin Clark and Adam Parker the 2-0 breakaway, and Clark's going to add to his point total, with that being his 12th assist on the year, putting him at 15 points so far. And Adam Parker coming back with a injury and making it count early on why he needs to be back in the lineup. So good to see he's getting back up to full speed here. Now Colin Clark and Adam Parker having another chance here. Their line making it count right now, with Gavin Holmes getting in the lineup on that line today. And the two vets having the freshmen in tow with them, showing a little bit of energy. That's a nice diving block there by Dante Williams, who's really became one of the more dependable defensemen for this Blue Devil team. And Kolka with it on the right side. That's able to get through with a low shot on Barrett. Finally seeing some chances here is Barrett. And number 20 for Saginaw going down there, blows out a tire, and another chance here for the Blue Devils, trying to go up high. And Winters able to block that one with the chin. And Bradley Scott getting the nice backhanded shot there up high. And DRC's going to try and dump that one in. And Scott able to get a big backhand on it again. Now Blue Devils able to keep that in, get it on net. Scott tried his best to keep that one in. That one's going to be dumped in wide by Lucas Robinson. Now Oda trying to put some body on, is one of the newer listed captains for this D3 Blue Devil side. And that shot is going to be blocked wide off the stick of Gavin Holmes. Sorry, Tyler Drummy there getting it. And with 13:38 left, the Blue Devils really showing control here. So this one's going to come to the right of Winters. And Dry Bart, the Netherlands native, putting a little body on. Zai is going to help by dumping that one in deep. Schneider going over to Churchill, but Churchill dumping that back for Schneider behind Winters. Now Sheen's going to look with it. And Bart able to put a body on Shaheen. Takes that away, and Bart going to dump it in here. Now Percival's going to put the pressure on. Able to come away with it. Tried to find Zaya in the slot, but Don Cypher able to get a stick in there, and this one's going to be dumped in the Blue Devil zone by Shaheen. And the ref calling off the icing there. And Drummy able to try and dump that up. Now Marshall blowing a skate. That's going to help out the Blue Devils here, as that one's dumped in by Walker. Now Selmeyer going to put some pressure on Don Cypher. This one's going to go right back behind Winters. That one's going to end up in the slot. And Winters is able to get a stick on it and get that one out. And Selmeyer is the one trying to find the goal. And this is going to be an icing on the Cardinals, as they are struggling a little bit right now with the pressure from the Devils. And able to find out who's in that number 20. That'd be Kyle Kubiak. And Don Cypher getting a little pressure from Adam Parker, the goal scorer so far today. And this one's going to turn around real quick. Adam Parker able to little give and go here. And that one's going to be a ripper. Off the stick of Gavin Holmes. Their line is hot right now. That one's looking far. Dante Williams trying to get a shot off, but the pass a little bit wide. threw off the timing there. Now Kolka going to try and dump that one up, but Williams able to keep that one in. Now Marshall trying to ask for it, but locked down pretty tight by Schoen. This one's going to be dumped wide and ends up going around the left. And Brett Nelson trying to find Kolka in a slot, and that one's going to go wide right over the top. Now DRC putting a body on Kolka, and this one's going to come loose. Nick Schoen with it. Ends up taking a hit, but able to get it out with a little bit of help from Bradley Scott. And a little bit of ping pong there going on at the Saginaw Valley blue line. And trying to look far was Robinson to Bradley Scott. And this one's going to be weirdly bounced in off the stick of Carter. Now Barrett putting a little bit of body on number 10, Ricky Rayner, the assistant captain for the Cardinal team. Now Barrett's going to blocker that one up into the netting. We're going to get a stoppage of play here to his left with 10:30 left in the first. Seeing signs of energy here from the Cardinals, but Blue Devils very much in control of this tightly played hockey game so far. And the Blue Devils able to come away off the draw with that one. There's Uhas just trying to bring it in himself and couldn't get it. But that one's going to be dumped in by Robinson. And looks like we're going to have a offsides here on the Blue Devils. And Blue Devils able to win that one and dump it into winners left. Now Schneider going to try and send that back around, but getting a little bit of a body from Oda. And we're going to get a check from behind here on Corey Churchill. On Oda, we're going to be able to see this Blue Devil power play. It's been doing pretty good so far this season. They're shooting a nice 26% of success on the power play. So pretty much every 4 chances, they're going to get a goal here. Only letting up 2 shorties on the season so far. So let's see how the Blue Devils do against this pretty solid Cardinal penalty kill. They've been killing 87% of the power play or penalty kills they get. Now Zaya's shot going to go wide there. Now Uhas with it, gets it over to Zaya. Zaya looking around, is going to go up top to Williams. Williams is going to send that one in. And the Cardinals drawing another penalty there. Looks like Oda getting popped again. Put his body on the line for the Devils. And we're going to see a little bit of 5-on-3 here early in the game. And good on Barrett for getting over to the bench quick, so Blue Devils could get another skater on. And the Cardinals sending out Kyle Kubiak, Bruce McLean, and their captain Kolka to try and kill off this 5-on-3. He's got a minute 27 seconds left to do something. And that one's going to be popped out over the heads of the Cardinal bench. This one's going to come right back to the right side of winners. Now Zaya able to get that back to Williams, but back to Zaya, who's able to get that through the Williams. Williams taking a shot that's going to go to the right off the pad of Winters. Now Uhas sends that one low. Backdoor for Zaya. Zaya puts it off the way. Puts it all the way home, and that was a tic-tac-toe 3-in-a-row goal. That was a lot of pretty passing, which is something the Blue Devils have worked on this week, was puck movement on the special teams. And if they lose the puck, overloading and getting that puck back, and that really shows that practice came to fruition as they just put a beautiful power play goal home and really taking advantage of the 5-on-3. Now with a minute 41, Blue Devils still on the power play. Let's see if they can put another one away against this solid Cardinal team. That one's going to be dumped in. Now Colin Clark going to set up behind the net. And that's going to be an offsides on the Blue Devils there. So Gavin Holmes, I believe, and Mitchell Selmeyer getting the helpers there on that Zaya goal. And Selmeyer, another freshman that's kind of came in and really helped out the Blue Devils, getting his 4th assist on the year. And Gavin Holmes getting his 5th assist on the year. Both those guys looking good. And Zaya getting his 6th goal on the year, creeping ever closer to the top of the list for the goal leaders for the Blue Devils. And Clark's going to dump this one in behind Winters. It finds the point, and that one's going to pop out off the skate of Colin Clark. Now DRC trying to go back and forth with Lucas Robinson there. Out into the corner, Selmeyer trying to look to set up, sends that one up top to Zaya, who just got a pretty, this one's going to pop out, and Winters able to kind of gobble that one up. And Kubiak throwing down Selmeyer here. Looks like he's going to take both of them. So it's going to be coincidental. Blue Devils still going to stay on the power play here with 30 seconds left. Now it looks like he's just taking Selmeyer. So that's going to wipe out the extra power play chance for the Devils, and we're going to see some 4-on-4 hockey here. Now we're going to see Marshall versus Jariah Bart here. And Walker able to get that over to Drummy quick. Now Nolan Kellogg getting some ice time here. One of the solid vets for the Blue Devils. Has been out for a couple games, so let's see how he does in making his mark to stay in the lineup night in and night out here. He's going to rip that one in. Now Jariah Bart's going to put some pressure on Churchill there. And Kellogg with the big body. Knocking Brett Nelson to the ground. Now Schneider's going to try and set up his Cardinals now on the power play, because they've been doing pretty solid so far themselves with 23% on the power play. Kolka going to take it in himself and puts it away. And Kolka going solo dolo on that one on the power play to make it count and try and bring the Cardinals back within one. And Kolka getting his 9th goal so far on the year. And he's now tied with Zach Dorncipher for the goal lead for the Cardinals. And on that Selmeyer penalty, the one thing Coach Gaffney really doesn't like is the selfish penalties. He can understand the rough ones to protect yourself, but slash, hook, or hold are really some of his pet peeves. As Bart's going to get a chance here, tries to get around. He puts a body on Dorncipher, is able to keep the puck with him. And it doesn't look like Kolka is going to go solo on that goal, getting a little bit of help from Kyle Kubiak. And Kubiak right behind him on the points. That's going to be his 8th assist on the year. Now with 6:41, the Cardinals showing a little bit of life again, bringing the score back 2-1. Now Carter, 3-on-2 chance here, and Williams able to break that one up. Sawyer trying to dump that one back into the slot, but couldn't find it. and Ricky Rayner just getting launched there, came down hurt. Kind of moving that right arm, wrist around. Somebody kind of just went into the boards funky there. Hopefully we see him back out skating again. And trainer Mike going over to help him. He's been with the Blue Devils now for about 4 years. He was there, came in during my playing days. Definitely helped me get through some pretty nasty shoulder injuries and keep playing. So always thankful for him and what he does for this Blue Devil program. And that looks like it's going to be a 5-minute on Bradley Scott. So with the 5-minute penalty, even if the Cardinals score, they can keep scoring on the power play. So this is definitely going to be interesting on how the Blue Devils handle this. And Blue Devils killing off just about 83% of the penalties they get, as they've had 58 so far this year, and that was almost a chance for the Cardinals, but Kubiak not able to get a hold of it. Now Kolka trying to set up with Don Cipher. Now Kolka going back up top to Kubiak. That one's going to bounce around, and what a play by Barrett, able to keep that one out with the toe of his skate. Don Cipher back up top, and that one able to get all the way through to the glove of Barrett, who barely able to see that one through a wall of bodies. Now with 13th left in that 5-minute penalty on Bradley Scott, the freshman from Lexington, South Carolina. We end up giving the Blue Devils about 1:26 left in the period for some 5-on-5 play. And that one's going to be dumped in by Uhas. And the Blue Devils able to force the Cardinals to the right side of the ice and shut them back down. And Uhas almost able to get that one away from Winters. And Sawyer able to get that in, but goes off a stick. And that one's going to be sent up into the roof. Now with 5:03 left and 3:37 left on the penalty, this one's going to come to the left of Barrett. Now Kolka trying to set up. And Blue Devils really putting their body on the line and making it show. Here's Oda coming out, flying there, trying to take that away. Now Percival going to get a quick change here as he's putting some pressure on. So is Oda here, as that one's going to be dropped to Kubiak and trying to find Kolka on the boards. And that one's popped off the stick of Kolka, and Shaheen putting a little bit of extra body on Lucas Robinson, as that one's going to be sent over the head of Coach Miggy. And this one's going to come outside the zone right in front of the Blue Devil bench. Now Kolka, captain versus captain, going against each other here on the face-off. Zaya being made captain of the D3 team a little bit ago, and this one's going to be dumped, but wraps around to the right. Shaheen putting a body on Tyler Drummy, who's putting up a fight of his own. Pretty much the smallest and biggest guys on the ice going against each other there on the boards. There's Dry Bart going down, but Kolka somehow has that puck pop out to him. And this one's going to go far side, looking for Sawyer, but can't connect. Now Sawyer losing the puck. Kolka able to walk away with it, trying to go far side to Don Cipher, sends that one back to the slot, and Barrett with an absolute snag there. 3:53 left, and Barrett is a definition of a wall right now for the Blue Devils and keeping this game from being tied. And to speak more about Barrett, so far on the season, he is 4-2 with a 1.87 goals against average, and that is what you want out of your starting goalie. And nice little shot fake as Dante Williams taking one off the ankle there, and that's definitely going to hurt. And Matt Carter with the heck of a wrist shot there and trying to send that one to the slot, and nobody home. And that's a soft little tapper through, but able to get blocked down by Lucas Robinson, and another block by the Blue Devils. Williams finally able to get off, and that one's definitely going to sting for a while in the ankle. And the Blue Devils slowly but surely putting lines down in the sand to mark off the minutes of this power play from the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are really putting on the pressure here to try and get this back even late in the first. And that's not going to be an icing on the Cardinals. Barrett able to get out there and make a play. And Kubiak getting it over to Kolko, who gets some pressure from Oda. Down to Don Cipher. Don Cipher back to Kolka. He's going to try and look to the weak side to Kubiak, but Kubiak not able to handle that pass. Out Salmeyer going to put some pressure on Don Cipher. And Drummy putting a nice body on Don Cipher there, and that one's going to be cleared out. Now 44 seconds left in this penalty on Bradley Scott. And Blue Devils doing whatever they can to clear the house right now. Really taking away the garbage goal chances for Saginaw as this one's going back to Don Cipher. He's going to try and walk to the middle and puts it away on the left side, low blocker, and now it's back even. And that is the reason why he is leading this Saginaw team right now in goals with 10 on the season. Add to his impressive total of 5 power play goals so far this year. And a little bit of a backbreaker there for the Blue Devils, as this game's back even after they've been so dominant so far this game, and that 5-minute penalty really killed their momentum. And still 18 seconds left in that power play. As I said earlier, because of it being a 5-minute penalty, they can keep scoring. Kubiak getting the helper there on the assist. That's going to put him up to 9 assists so far. And now the Blue Devils back in attack mode there, which is good to see after letting up a goal. But 2-on-1 chance here as that puck pops through. And Barrett able to get a nice shoulder on there. And the running joke always in the ACHA is when you shoot into a goalie's chest, is that's the best blocker in the ACHA, and that one's going to slide through off the stick of Drummies. He's getting a nice shot there with 50 seconds left in the first. And Blue Devils able to keep it in. Now DRC's going to put some pressure on. And Kolka trying to get number 2. And Barrett losing his helmet on the play, but making probably the save of the game there on Kolka. Barrett impressing a lot so far this game, and showing why he's the #1 goaltender for the Blue Devils. Sometimes you got to risk the biscuit to get what you want there. Now with 30.5 left, this faceoff's going to come to his left. And Kolka is going to be the one to take it against Selmeyer. And that one's going to be dumped out wide, hits the glass. Now Oda going to put some pressure on. And nobody able to keep it in, but ends up on the stick of Kolka. Out coming down was Nelson. Nelson sending that one to the roof with 16.5 left in the first. And Selmeyer able to win that one back, but Williams able to come away with it. 10 seconds left in the first, and it's a 3-on-3 here. That one's going to try and go to the slot. Oda not able to get enough power coming his way to try and tip that back up into the netting. Having a nice little chat with Kyle Kubiak there, the Frankenmuth native, which is home of the biggest Christmas store in the world, which I love going to in this festive Christmas season as we're coming into the Christmas break here after this weekend. Now Juhas going to put some pressure on Jacob Martin. And there's the buzzer. And at the end of one, 2-2 between two heated rivals. Really physical game. Williams trying to put on a little magic act there for the folks, but we'll come back after the next 15 minutes with a very intriguing game so far, and we'll see how hot it gets tonight here on the ice.
I'm a little teapot. Oh, buddy, I'm mic'd up. Let's go! There you go, nice shot. You're so bad. Yeah, good dumping, Percy. Good dumping. Almost had him, Bradley. You almost did. There you go, Brando. Love to see it. Oh, oh. Oh, big save. Skate. Skate, Rivera! Ah! Big poke check, you knew that was coming. Oh, come on! Oh, Shelly! Oh, you suck! Oh, bouncer! Holy buckets, guys, come on! Oh, big pad save! Let's go, Sawyer! Yeah! How'd that one stay out? Ow! Stop cheating, Bradley! All you do is cheat! Woo! Hey, Brando, I got one more. I'm gassed. You need a shower. So do you. You need a shower. I need one in the shower. I'm going to the rescue, Brez! You cheat, Bradley. That's all you do. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. Just admit to it. You're bad. 2-0. Another 2-0? Another 2-0? That's a big save. That's a big save. Big save!
Hello, Blue Devil Nation. Welcome back for a late Friday night game against U of M Dearborn. Your Blue Devils are coming into this game on a nice, hot winning streak of 4-0. Now Rebecca's going to take it in himself as finds John Horn. John Horn with an absolute snipe to get the Blue Devils up 1-0 over the Wolverines. What a beautiful play there. Eyes looking up, head up. That's good hockey vision. Cole Therian able to get a paw on it. Now 2-on-2. Looking to the slot. And goal by Patrick McGowan. Little bit of a tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row goal there with 36.1 seconds left in the first. Blue Devils up 2-0 in this first period. Gets that back over to Rebecca. Rebecca's going to look deep, finds Filet. Has Simo I open in the slot, trying to go backhand, it's in! Blue Devils able to score with 13.8 left. Dearborn Wolverines end up beating your Blue Devils 4-3 in a tight one today. The Blue Devils tried coming back and fought hard, but still just not enough gas in the tank to get it done. And we're back for this exciting second period of some Blue Devil hockey. Joining me for the second period is one of the veterans on the team, Jake Sawinski. Sawinski, how you been?
I've been good. Good to see you. Good to see the D3 team having some success tonight. I'm loving it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a pretty good game so far this year, but both teams have really been impressive with their play so far.
Yeah, I think I read a stat line that we're the only school that has both D1 and D3 in the top 25.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That I mean, you guys are sitting 21st, I believe.
21st, and I believe D3 is at 14 right now. So pretty proud of how we've handled everything so far, and hopefully we keep it going.
Yeah, and you guys got UMD coming tomorrow and Sunday, and that's a bit of a rivalry.
Oh yeah,
match
those
with
are
you
the big
guys.
games. Those are the ones you want to get up for.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that.
Big rivalry like this one here out here tonight, Saginaw Valley.
Yeah, and you being one of the vets, you've kind of been around the program, is Nemeth trying to get a shot there on net, but able to get out off the stick of Gavin Holmes, who's really been showing his worth today with that line of Adam Parker and Colin Clark. But being one of the vets of the team, you know what these physical rivalry games are like.
Oh yeah, these are the games you need all the ice bags for. These are the ones that keep the trainers busy.
Yeah, I was bringing up Matt, our trainer Matt, earlier off that injury to number 10, Ricky Rayner, who looks like has an upper body injury and will be out the rest of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah. But, unfortunate circumstance of these high physical games.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that you could definitely tell who the older guys are on the ice because they kind of pick their battles where you see the freshmen going in full head of steam, and sometimes it doesn't always work out.
Oh yeah,
for the
great
best.
opportunity for those young guys to step in those roles when guys go down with injuries as well.
Yeah, some of the, as I've kind of noticed, some of the younger guys that have really kind of stepped up this season for the Blue Devils with Dante Williams, Connor Uhas, is Nolan Kellogg taking a chance there. That one's going to be a solid backhand on winner with 17:55 left. This one's going to come to his left. And Kellogg, one of those guys that he's one of the younger guys, but junior this year, kind of been having trouble staying in the lineup a little bit, but really trying to make his shot count.
Absolutely. You got a tough position he was in. He's biding his time. These guys are a great opportunity tonight.
As that one's going to go wide right, and Van Vliet going to try and keep that one in. And Ozaczewski trying to help out there, but Sawyer losing the puck again. He's been having trouble a little bit tonight, keeping it on his stick, and this one's going to be a delayed offsides. But yeah, back to some of the young guys have really been showing up for the Blue Devils. You have Williams, Uhas, Oda, and Darcy that have really kind of made their staple. And I know you got to play a little bit with Oda last year on the D1 team.
Yeah.
And then he was brought, I don't want to say brought down to the D3 team, but he kind of came down to the D3 team and is, instead of kind of having that I'm better than you attitude, he's like, this is my team now, let's go to work.
Well, he saw an opportunity and he took it, and he's excelled in that position.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been battling for spots and minutes on the D1 team, and he said, no, I'm more of a benefit to the D3 team, and I can lead. And he is a leader. He's one of the assistant captains of the team.
Yeah, he kind of beat me to the punch there that he was made one of the assistant captains a little bit ago. And it's really been impressive to me as one of the guys that have been around the program forever that to see some of these guys that are stepping up and taking their best shot with the chances they're getting, where in years past sometimes there would be trouble with people kind of finding the motivation to kind of make that effort or be that guy. But this year, because and a big hit on Oda, the stick broken there, and that one's going to be stopped. And Winters and Selmeyer getting a little bit extra happy there in front of Winters. But like I was saying in years past, where some people wouldn't step up, that now because there is so many guys in the program and on the team, I think there's 68 now.
Yep.
There's a lot of internal compete and practice where some of the younger freshmen might not see ice time this year, but overall, if they kind of look at it in a roundabout way, it's making the program better as a whole.
Yeah, it's keeping that competitiveness, especially in practice, high. Guys are battling for minutes, battling for ice time, battling to get in games. It's all healthy for the program, and I think it's a big step forward. It's why we're having so much success this year.
Yeah, and I mean that shows really for the D3 team is the last 8 games they played, they've secured 13 points with that single point coming off the tie from U of M, which I want to say is really a staple win for the D3 team so far this season.
Absolutely.
Because in years past, Ann Arbor, or U of M Ann Arbor has kind of been the Achilles heel that we just couldn't get over that hump.
Yeah, they've always had that mentality of coming in here to get 2 points, and that's definitely changed this year. And I think that was sort of the turning point of the season for the D3 team is hey, we're a real contender here, and we can make a real big run coming up in April.
And as somebody that spent 5 years on the D3 team, like I am, not only am I impressed, but I'm proud to say that I was a part of this program.
Absolutely.
And watch every year, the more it's
every year it
grown
gets better
and built. Yeah, that where my last year, like we brought in a STIP program and stuff like that to really help out the players. And now, instead of trying to fight to even get into the top 20 in the country, it's, well, we're in the 14th and our goal is to get in the top 8.
Yep.
Because anybody that plays in the ACHA, you know, if you're in that top 8 going into the winter months, you're pretty safe of staying in the top 10, which really is where you see your chances for a national tournament bid or national playoffs really come to fruition. And a chance here by Gavin Holm trying to go across for Adam Parker, and that chance going to go wide, but again, DRC trying to show it. Adam Parker trying to rip that one home, trying to go for 2. Definitely sees a little upset about that one. A solid chance in the slot for Parker with 15:36 left in the second. Blue Devils really coming back to life, just not able to put it home. But yeah, for you guys, I mean, the D1 team has been to the national tournament before, early, first or second year?
I believe first and second year
Yeah,
as D1 program.
Yeah, which is, I mean, to anybody could look at it, that's beyond impressive. Especially making the jump from D3 to D1, which we both have seen that the speed of play and the style of play is a little bit faster, a little bit. Guys are higher talent-wise. And to be able to do that with some of the guys from the D3 team and some of the guys coming in as freshman recruits, it was really impressive and kind of a statement to how hard Gaffney's working and the recruiting side and everything.
Yeah, this program's came a long way since its inception, and you know, there's no telling how high we can go.
Yeah, and like knowing Gaffney, I know his end goal is probably putting LTU on the NCAA map eventually.
That'd be the dream. I think we're probably looking at more of reestablishing the NAIA hockey.
Yeah, I could see him doing that. I think
that's
too.
Our end goal is to reestablish that and be getting to give out scholarship money once again for club.
It's club hockey. But I was had a phone call earlier this week with D3 captain Martino Zaya about like how some people look down on ACHA and say it's club hockey, but in reality for these smaller colleges it is a varsity sport. And if you look at the odds that in D3 there's 101 teams right now, and there's maybe, let's say there's 26 kids on each team. That means there's 26,000 kids in the entire country that get to play some level of college hockey.
Yep.
Just in D3 alone.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do while you're at college. I'm very happy and very blessed to have been able to experience it. And you see, even ACHA 10 years ago compared to now, it's completely night and day. It's gotten to a point where we're even having ACHA teams jump up to the NCAA D3 and D1, hopefully in the future.
Yeah, we're talking about that. Arizona State that made the jump up.
Yep.
And then
Lindenwood is making the jump in a couple of years.
I didn't know about that one. And then you also have Adrian, who
Yep.
has the NCAA D3 team, which they have a beautiful arena set up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really nice down there. I think that the stigma with the ACHA is slowly lifting over time. It's really establishing itself as one heck of a hockey league player.
Yeah, as Oda getting another big body there put on him. The Saginaw really kind of taking over this shift on the ice with 13:42 left. But the Blue Devils, big body put on McLaughlin there by Nick Schoen. And Uhas almost able to come away with that. Oda giving a nice little chop there to Nick Borowski, which probably is one of the more impressive last names I would say in hockey. And then You got Troy McLaughlin who's trying to take that in, but dumps it in. Now Sawyer going to try and come away with it. But able to get there first was Nick Schoen. And then with you being one of the Metro Jet guys that were one of the first guys to come in, it really starts to seem like Metro is one of the teams where the Devils are kind of really starting to feed off them. But, I mean, Metro Jets do an amazing job of not only developing, but they have an amazing program themselves with the history.
No, it seems like all they do is pump out college commits down there. My experience, it was one thing then, and it's even crazier now. They have 2 teams now, and all they do is pump out college prospects. And it seems like we do have a steady pipeline coming here at LTU every single year. That's just because the school itself is just something to behold and something that's a really easy selling point for the school.
Yeah, and talking with Alec Allen, who will join me a little later here in the second, about how much because of how much the program has grown, that instead of coaches and our recruiters having to go out to get these kids, that they're starting to come to us, not just because we're LTU, that's an amazing architecture and engineering school, among a bunch of other degrees that they've added on, but they want to come here for athletics and also get a good, solid degree. And that's a solid chance there by DRC, whose name is slowly and surely becoming more and more popular from my voice, as he's really trying to get one in the back of the net and get Blue Devils back ahead of this solid Cardinal team, as they are sitting on a power play right now with Brendan Baker getting a penalty there. Now Colin Clark, who is the overall goal and point leader for this Blue Devil team, trying to man that there on, excuse me folks, a decent dump in there, but 1:36 left on the power play in the second period. See, the Blue Devils can put one away again. Is Zaya coming back on the ice? See if the goal scorer from earlier can get another one here on the power play. And Kolka, who's been dominant so far tonight, is going to win that one and send it down the ice. Now Zaya going to try and set up. And Dorn Cipher with another chance here, and that one's going to be blocked by Barrett, who's done really well today trying to keep the puck out of net. And that is going to be a major penalty against Dorn Cipher, who just absolutely belted a Blue Devil from behind. And it looks like he took down Mitch Selmeyer there. And I'll be really surprised if Dorn Cipher isn't going to get at least a 5 there.
Those are those are the hits you try and eliminate from the game.
And he's getting tossed here, so that's going to be a 5 and a match. And that is huge for not only the Blue Devils, but the Cardinals too, because now it's a 5 minute, a minute and 11 5-on-3, but the Cardinals losing their number 1 goal scorer today and probably tomorrow.
I'm sensing a lot of frustration from, what was his name?
Right here, Zach Dornsteyer.
Dornsteyer. Anyway, he got a really good chance. Barrett made an incredible save on him, and then Mitchell Selmeyer in a vulnerable position decides to take a little bit of frustration out on him. You don't like to see those kinds of hits, and hopefully the Blue Devils can convert on this wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, and as I brought up earlier on Zach Dornsteyer getting a 5-minute boarding call there and a match penalty, so he's definitely going to be missed by this Saginaw team tomorrow. Is when you're getting a match penalty, not only do you have to sit out the rest of the current game, the next game you're also missing. So that is going to be a huge loss for this Saginaw Valley team. And then, I mean, they're losing their number 1 scorer, their number 1 point guy. How big of an effect do you think that's going to have, not only on the morale, but your line cohesiveness and your chemistry for the team?
Oh, it throws everything off. You throw guys into roles where they're not normally playing with other guys. It's a good opportunity for the Devils to step on the throats of SVSU right here.
Yeah. So I'm definitely interested to see. This means that the captain, Kolka, is really going to have to step up here. I mean, he did it earlier to get him on the board, but it's definitely going to be intriguing to see what happens going forward. As soon as I say it, Kolka is off to the races and turning on the Jets. Dante Williams trying to slow him up, and that's going to be a nice, easy save by Barrett there. And there was a little bit of concern there as the Blue Devils have let up 2 short-handed goals against so far this season. Is that one kind of able to squeak through, but Winters losing his stick there somehow. Now Gavin Holmes in the corner gets that up to Bradley Scott. Gonna go far, trying to find Dante Williams. We're back down low to Zaya. Up to Williams. Over to Scott, who's going to send it a rip, and that one's going to get blocked by Kubiak.
SVSU's doing a good job clogging up those lanes, forcing LTU to take those shots they don't want to take. You see a big block there.
And then as I was talking to Alan a little bit earlier this week, he talked about how you guys have really kind of made an effort to work on the power plays and everything. Is Kolka again trying to make the difference here? And we're going to go with 3:50 left on that major penalty to Dorncypher. And now a chance here by Brendan Baker. He's on the breakaway. And Barrett putting a stick save on it and making it count when he needs it. But as I was saying, that Gaffney's really kind of focused on special teams here in the last few practices for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And that, I mean, you let up, I believe, 2 shorthanded goals this year. That I know that is one of Gaffney's biggest pet peeves, especially on special teams.
That's one of those things you work on. You take a look at it, review it on Monday, and then you work on it throughout the week, hoping to shut that down. And also, meanwhile, preparing for the following game, for the opponent's strengths and weaknesses. It's something that Ken Gaffney's always good for is coming up with this decent plan and giving us a solid chance to win. Yeah,
it's just one of those, like, sometimes you could have the best plan in the world, but sometimes one little thing could screw that whole plan up.
Yep.
And if people aren't doing their jobs, as right now Shaheen really making the effort on the penalty kill here for the Cardinals. Now Oda going to take it in as Blue Devils looking for a change. And Selmayr is looking for that pass in the slot as the Cardinals dump this one back in. And Barrett's going to stop behind this net. Now 2:20 seconds left in that major penalty. Now Zaya getting hit, but able to come away with it. He's going to dump this one in. It goes off the boards. Awkward. And Churchill blowing the tire there behind the net. And this one's going to pop out right there. And it's a bit of a scrum in front of the net, and Winters able to gobble it. But as I kind of been talking here, 8:52 left. This one's going to probably come to the left of Winters. I want to just say thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Jake.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a dream.
Yeah, appreciate it, buddy. And joining us late in the second period, the captain of the D1 Blue Devils, who have had a pretty solid year, ranked 21st overall, as I said earlier, in the country. How's the day going, bud?
It's going good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, anytime.
Good time being here. Good game tonight, Boys are looking good, 2-2. And, right now they got a little momentum with this power play, so hopefully they can cash in for this next minute 40.
Yeah, I'm really impressed so far how they're handling the physical play. As Brett Nelson, a chance here. That one's going to go wide over the glove of Barrett. But it's, they're keeping up with the physicality. I mentioned it early in the first period. I was wondering how some of the freshmen were going to do with the physical play of Saginaw. Because a lot of these kids, they had physical games. As Dante Williams blowing the tire there. And Zaya able to cover him. As Marshall was trying to get fancy and couldn't do anything with it. Now Colin Clark with it behind the net trying to set up again. But as I was saying, that some of these kids, they played some physical games, but the college game of speed, it's so much different than what some of these freshmen are used to. Even if you went and played juniors, I mean, juniors is, I would say, is pretty much the same, but it's just a whole different animal when you get to college.
Right, yeah. There's just when you get to college, every kid is able to hit and more importantly take a hit too. You know, these kids, they'll hit you and they might not be the biggest guy, but they got such good footwork and such a good center of gravity, they can really knock you over, especially, you know, at this level. So
that one's going to pop up off the stick. Darcy Selmeyer got that one through the slot, and that was a nice solid chance on the power play, but 18 seconds left here as Blue Devils trying to make something count on this major penalty. Uhas getting a stick held, and Selmeyer almost with the chance to finish it. And Darcy getting taken down there, and then Bradley Scott almost with the chance there. And able to break that play up, and that one's going to end up in the Blue Devil bench off the blocker of Forrester.
That's what they needed, a little bit of momentum, out of that power play, because they didn't really generate much in the beginning, but to get a little at the end, you know, it keeps the momentum in their favor for sure. It's something we try to do definitely is, even if you're not getting shots in the beginning, get some towards the end, because it'll roll over even when you're not on the power play. Yeah,
and I mean, I just think that my personal experience that sometimes when you get that major of a penalty, some people get a little too giddy and nervous, like the adrenaline gets pumping, because you're like, oh, we can keep scoring here.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes it kind of interrupts the flow of the game a little bit, I think, because once your adrenaline gets pumping, sometimes you're not always thinking the calmest of
exactly.
Where's the best place to send this pass.
It's a great point, especially when you get that 5-minute major and you got that power play. You know you got 5 minutes of time, but really you should be trying to use, you know, just like a 2-minute. You know, you have that sense of urgency. So, like I said, it was good to see that sense of urgency at the end. Wish they would have showed a little more in the beginning, but they got it now, and they're getting some pressure, which is good. So,
yeah. And then we talked a little bit earlier this week about some of the younger guys, and I talked to Stal a little bit with this about the internal compete on the team is Kellogg.
Hey!
And Colin Clark with a goal. Kellogg being the distraction and helping out the Blue Devils, and Colin Clark getting his 10th on the year. And Blue Devils back up 3-2, and just like you were saying,
yep, I told you.
A little bit of momentum and shots carried over.
It's almost like I've been playing hockey for a little bit. You know,
yeah,
it is.
I know, right?
It is. They had the momentum. You know, they've been crashing the net, and a great forecheck by 25 Kello. He was in there, made something happen, touched it out front, had some commotion in front, and buried it. You know, that's what Blue Devil hockey is: grit and compete. So it's good to see.
Yeah, and then I was talking to Stal about this, Kellogg, who hadn't been able to play for a little bit here because of the internal compete of the team.
Right.
But we also brought up about taking care of the chances you get when you have them. And I feel like Kellogg right there, he's been solid all game, but he had a chance there to make the difference for that. Took care of it.
Right.
Barrett getting another easy save here, right in the breadbasket. And
but yeah, like you were saying, just to you know, these chances you get, you know, some players look at these chances and be like, oh, you know, I had a great chance, I'm proud of that. But at this level, you got to score. You know, you can't just take those chances for granted. You got to sit there and be like, I got to bury, and you got to know how to do it. So definitely, I know Stal, that's one thing we preach to our team this year, is you got to finish those chances. It can't just be happy that we got the chance. You got to bury it when you get those chances.
Yeah, and I mean, it's being an old washed-up college hockey guy myself, and then spending my last few years because of injuries and stuff, being the guy that was trying to take advantage of those chances. I know with some of the guys that are older that are trying to fight for a spot in the lineup, I know how much that means.
Right.
A solid chance there by McLaughlin that sneaks through with 4:56 left. Now Uhas, who's been really solid for this D3 team so far this year, trying to get a chance here as Kolka is going to take the hit here, and that's a chance there by Darcy. And a chance by Van Vliet. And Darcy trying to send that one to the slot, but pops out back behind the net. Now Ozachewski. Is the Callow line back out there after a solid chance there?
Coach liked what he saw with the goal with Kello, so he's giving him another time.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do, and a nice hit there on Kolka from Kello. This one's going to be stopped by Winters and come to the right with 4:23 left in the second. But
that's something about playing for Ken Gaffney that I love is, when you're buzzing and you're moving, he knows the guys that are buzzing and moving, and he'll keep you going. So I definitely think that's a good, smart move to put Kello right back out because he was busting it up down there in the O-zone. So hopefully he keeps it up right now.
Yeah, sometimes the greatest thing for a player that maybe has been having a rough go of it, if they get a good couple shifts under, show a little confidence in them and say, all right, go get it, kid.
Exactly, especially for those guys that are, third and fourth liners, whoever they may be. When coach gives you a shift and you make the best of it, he's going to put you right back out there, and it just builds your confidence more and more. And so I've definitely seen that with a lot of guys on D3 and on D1 that were third, fourth line guys to start, but have already been moving their way up because of the confidence. So it's good to see, like I said, definitely.
Barrett showing his confidence there.
There it is, yep.
But, yeah, speaking on Barrett and confidence, with him getting his first 2 shutouts of his career, the first one against Trine and then last game against Oakland with a nice 2-0 win. We're talking with Zayed earlier this week that his shutouts and how he's been playing so far this season have really been able to not only help as Juhas getting a shot there, trying to go low, pad saved for the rebound shot, but now Williams, it's 2-on-2, 3-on-2 chancer. Kolka still trying to go solo dolo and nobody really able to help him out. Now Juhas back the other way. He's going to take the shot, and that one's going to be right into the breadbasket of Winters.
But yeah, what you're saying about Barrett, just knowing him personally and at the rink, he's grown so much because of that confidence boost, getting that first shutout, and then he got another one,
Yeah.
He was, like you were saying, he got his first 2. He got the second one because the boys had his back and they knew that he was hot, and he definitely performed real well last week. And I watched him, and he played great.
And that shot off Williams is going to pop out there, and this one looks like it's going to be icing on the Cardinals, but talking with Zai, he said, when you have a goalie that has confidence, it really starts building from the crease out.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see people start making riskier plays because you trust the people behind you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's especially having, for example, veteran goalie Spencer Kroll on our team. That gives me a lot of confidence.
And a bit of a scrum here in front of the net. Nobody knows where it's at. Dante Williams able to somehow sneak away with that one, and it's going to pop out. And Winters probably kissing the pipes right now. They had to help him somehow.
They did, but again, LTU's causing that traffic in front, so that's definitely something that's been preached. But I mean, Saginaw Valley is giving them a run right now physically. They are definitely putting the work on them, and it's showing. They're getting a little scared in the corners, so it's definitely a good move by Saginaw Valley for sure.
Yeah. But you could also see the offensive pressure of the Blue Devils, and the speed is starting to slowly take its toll as we're creeping down here to the late minutes of the second. And you could start to see the strides are getting shorter, and people are starting to
really bend over and huff and puff on it because, like I said, you get hit 5-6 times a game compared to like 1 or 2. It's just such a physical toll.
Yeah.
Especially as known as a defenseman. You got that guy bearing down on you in the corners. It sucks. Definitely.
It's one of my tricks I used when I was growing up, and as I got older and a little bit slower, is I started using the glass as a mirror, so I knew how much time I had to brace.
Yeah, it's a great way to do it.
But to quote one of my favorite movies, Mystery Alaska, you can really start to see Cardinals starting to breathe out their mouth instead of their nose because they're just getting overworked here in the little minute small games areas. And Bart getting a wide shot there looking for Zaya. And it's really starting to show in their passing, I would say. Where at the beginning of the game, their passes were really crisp, even at the beginning of the second, that now it's
yeah, I completely understand. I mean, if you go back to the beginning of that 5-on-4, 5-minute major power play that the Blue Devils had, the puck movement was not as crisp as it was in the beginning of the period, in the first period. But they could cash in, right after, like I said, because they built up momentum. And I think they're knowing that this is a much more physical game than they're used to. So they're kind of getting away from the tic-tac-toe passes, and they're getting those shots, if you've noticed. As long as they could get a little more traffic, I think, that'll definitely benefit them a lot more. But like I said, I mean, Saginaw Valley, hats off to them. They're putting some work in on the Blue Devils just physically, Because I don't think D3 has really been tested physically yet. So this is definitely a good game to test them.
I agree with that. With my history of knowing the conference and how the programs are working,
Right.
I would say because the Indiana Tech game was taken away my senior year, and then we haven't brought them back on. Where that was really kind of the early test in the season to see how physical of a team you were.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like Saginaw is really the only true old school physical hockey team left in the conference for this D3 team.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. That's a great point because, like I said, you can tell a little lethargic, a little slow by them, slower than normal, you know.
Yeah.
But they still got that compete in them, and I love to see it because, I mean, the momentum's going. They got the momentum boiling right now, and they're getting the shots, which is something that's going to generate offense. Any kind of shot is, traffic or not. So, and then Kello right back at it. We just talked about him, and he's just a hound on the forecheck. He's just going.
With him being one of my rookies, I always had to talk to him about, like, you know, being a third, fourth line grinder isn't the worst thing. Like, there's roles. It looks like Nick Schoen's going to get a tripping penalty on Kolka here with 6.8 left in the second, which maybe a little soft in the eyes of a hockey player. But,
hey, you know what? That's, guy had a way to the net, and our guy took him down. So, you know, at the end of the day, penalty's a penalty. So. Yeah,
it's an opportunity for the Cardinals here, who, like I said earlier, have been doing pretty solid on the power play this year with success rate at 23%, so about 1 in 4.
That's great.
So,
yeah. I mean, I think the NHL average is just between 20 and 25, so they're right there. That's great.
Where you can kind of agree to this, that Gaffney's 108% between power play and penalty kill, and both teams are sitting above that right now, so I think special teams-wise, this is a good battle. But with that dump in, that's the end of the second period. Blue Devils back on top, 3-2. With that pretty goal from Kong Clark after the distraction from Nolan Kellogg in front of the net. So after the next 15 minutes, we'll be back for the third period and see how this game ends up.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me and appreciate it.
Thanks for joining, bud. It was definitely a pleasure. Hope I get to do this again with you.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, anytime.
Thank you.
Ready, Bubba? And we're back with the third period. Saginaw on the power play off the penalty from Nick Schoen late in that second period with 6.8 left. And chance here for Walker. That one goes wide left over the net, and Drummy blowing a tire there, but able to pop back up before it became an issue. And Sawyer going to send that up to Kubiak. Now to Kaluka. And Bart getting a nice block on there, and Blue Devils going to go pretty much wholesale change here. Now, Kukla, who I've just been informed I've been saying that wrong forever. Sorry, fixing some technical stuff there real quick. But chance there by Lucas Robinson. Nice shot there that pops over. But Bruce McLean going to send that one up. But speaking of number 19, the captain, apparently I've been saying that name wrong for years. It's actually pronounced Kukla, which I'm glad I can now say that right, especially giving some more respect to the captain of this Saginaw team that's been doing really well this year. And he's been really trying to be the difference maker ever since they lost Dorncypher to that major penalty. And Barrett being big again there off the shot from McLaughlin. Now Neiman with it up top. Penalty over. And Oda's going to dump that one down, and that's going to be an icing on the Blue Devils. And they had the right idea there, just not the right amount of time. Now Zaya winning that one, and that one's going to be dumped all the way down onto Winters. He's had a pretty solid game. Even with the 3 goals he's allowed, he's been doing really well, kind of keeping it in. He's just had the first 2 goals were solid power play goals, and then that third one was just an absolute cluster in front of him. That one's going to be offsides, I think. Not really sure how, because the whistle got blown after the puck was taken out by the Blue Devils. It's not really sure how that one worked there, but 17:37 left in the third. Blue Devils sitting pretty right now, up by 1 goal early in the third. And Churchill getting that one over to Schneider. And Matt McLean getting that one taken away from him. Sorry, Matt McClellan. Now Holmes trying to send that one up to Clark. How Clarkey getting a goal earlier today. Bump him up to 10 goals on the season. And that one somehow doesn't end up hitting any of the rafters. That puck's going to pop out to the slot from Clark. This one's going to be dumped back in off the stick of Robinson. Now Parker, who had the first goal of the game today after that injury, coming back from injury, which is a nice comeback present. Now 2-on-1 chance here. Van Vliet hauling back, trying to take it. And Barrett able to handle that rebound. And Blue Devils looking to get a change here. And that one's going to be dumped in by Kubiak. Baker was trying to call for it, but couldn't get a hold of Kubiak. Now Shaheen getting danced around by Bart. Now Zaya, who had the second goal of the night. That one's going to get dumped in. Now Zaya trying to send that one back up to the slot, but Kubiak able to get a stick in on it. And Drummy able to send that one back in. Now Shaheen going to take it up himself on the right side and absolutely bodies everybody in that pile. Now Bart going to turn on the Jets there, loses the puck. Drummy going to get sent for a ride there, but able to get the puck in deep. Now Walker going to put the body on. And Blue Devils turning up the physicality to match Saginaw here. Now 15:30 left in the third. Blue Devils still hanging on to a 1-goal lead here as Williams trying to dump that one in. But Darcy not able to send that, get out of the way. Now Ozarchewski able to break up that pass. And Saginaw going for a wholesale change here. As Nick Schoen was looking for someone deep, and that one's going to be sent down into the glove of Barrett. And Schoen going to dump that one off the boards, but Corey Churchill barely able to get that one off before Bradley Scott was able to get to him. And Dante Williams able to intercept that pass and puts a big body on Corey Churchill. Now Scheider with it, able to get it out of the zone. Now Schoen's going to be chased down by McLaughlin. And over to Oda, who finds Robinson. Then tried to go to Uhas. And Churchill able to get a stick in on him. And 3 players going down there. Sawyer, Robinson, and Oda. Now Robinson able to get that in. Uhas going to take a rip looking for the close side, and that one goes high left. And Van Vliet able to break up that airmail of a pass. And that one almost goes in off the hand of Garrett Sawyer. Now Colin Clark getting sent for a ride there in the Cardinal zone. And he's able to come away with it now and put a body on. Now Kubiak trying to put him down, but Clark kept skating. Now Clark with some help. Going to go back to the slot. Was looking back door for Adam Parker. Chance there, and there it is. Goal number 4 of the game. Adam Parker showing out in the first game back from injury. And this Clark line really making the difference so far today with 2 goals. And another tic-tac-toe goal from that line, and the Blue Devils up 2 goals now with 13:28 left in the third. And let's see if they can keep the momentum rolling. That was a big topic of conversation with Jake Sawinski and Alec Allen there in the second period, if you missed it. Had them come join me for the period to talk about this game and a little bit of the game coming up. But momentum is definitely something the Blue Devils have been focusing on going into Christmas break here. With the pretty much last 8 games they play and coming away with 13 points and being on, it is a 2-game win streak, but you take away that Trine loss, the last time they lost was October 16th. So from October 16th to December 10th, they've lost 1 game and tied 1, which is really impressive to just absolutely win out months. And that's what you need to do to make a national tournament playoff chance here. Oh! And accidental hit there. Nick Schoen pretty much, for lack of a better word, decapitating Cameron Ozarchewski there. Is Nick Schoen was coming in for the hip check and looked like Brett Nelson was able to kind of hop out of the way, and Cam took the brunt of that hit there. Now Dante Williams able to come away with it. It's going to take it up the left side. Has room to run. He's going to send that for a pad shot, and that one popped right out into the slot. DRC was almost there to send it back home. And that one's going to be sent out, almost hitting the trainer, Mike, who's looking over Ozerchewski right now. And with 12:01 left in the third, we got a bit of a lively one as we're getting down into the final minutes. Whereas you hear a lot in boxing, we're getting into the championship rounds of this hockey game. And right now, the Blue Devils have really played 2 solid periods of hockey, which has really become a staple for them this year, especially in the last couple games. Excluding that loss to Trine, they've really kind of taken care of playing 3 solid periods of hockey as Dante Williams trying to send that one to the slot, and that one's somehow going to end up into the netting off the stick of Schoen. But in their last 2 games against Oakland, the first game they came out to a really hot start and ended up 3-2. Oakland came back and tied it up 4-4, and then LTU finishing it with 2 goals in the third. And then the second game, really dominating and scoring power play goals in the first and second period and just closing out in the third, winning that game 2-0, getting buried his second shutout of the year. And a lot of that is becoming their dominance of not only the D zone, but their forecheck. This is bringing that up in the second period. Their forecheck, you could really tell, is starting to have some effect on Saginaw. That looks like they're running out of steam a little bit, and that physicality they were carrying, and they show spurts and flashes of here, is slowly kind of starting to die out player by player. But still, players like Shaheen and Kukla and some of their older vet guys, you could definitely see are going 100 miles an hour, pedal to the metal, which is what we all expect from Saginaw, being as physical as they are, that they are made for old school grind time hockey, as Bart being taken down by Schneider there. And Bart going to dump this one in. And that one's going to go off the head of Namath. And that one's going to be popped into the Cardinals zone. But Churchill not able to grab that pass from Schneider. And Sawyer able to dump that one back in after grabbing it out of midair. Now Schneider with it behind the net. It's going to reverse it over to Churchill. And Bradley Scott not able to grab that, but Dante Williams able to intercept that pass. Now DRC has some room on the left. Barely missing a knee there from Rawlings. Ozerchewski looking like he's doing good, and Dante Williams putting a soft hit on McLaughlin, break up the play. And Bradley Scott somehow missing that hit. And Sawyer taking down DRC there. Now Bradley Scott able to get through, but it looked like Nick Broski was pretty angry there after missing a chance at a nice solid hit. And Williams going to send that one over the top of the glove, winners. Now Rawlings with it behind the net. And Broski taking down DRC there. No call right now. And Blue Devils setting up behind the net. Parker going far side over to Williams. He's got room to skate with it. Now Kukla able to break that one up. This one's going to be sent around far side. Now Lucas Robinson able to keep that one in, and looks like it's going to be an offsides on the Blue Devils. A little bit of a delayed call there, but 8:39 left, and the Blue Devils up 4-2 late in the third. And another chance here for Adam Parker. He's going to go backhand and puts it away. 2 goals for Parker tonight. And that one was solo mio. And he's going to be singing in the locker room after that. Absolute beautiful display tonight with 2 goals and a helper, giving him 3 points on the game tonight. That's going to be so he got his 2nd, 3rd goal of the season tonight, and adding on a helper. That's going to put him at 5 points and throw him way up the rankings on the points list for the Blue Devils, and believe put him in 10th. Actually have him tied right now with Mitchell Selmeyer on points. And Bradley Scott able to tie that one up, but taken away by Brett Nelson. And now it's going to turn into an absolute scrap fest here. And this one's going to be offsides and come out of the zone. And it looks like Bradley Scott going to get a penalty there real quick. And not really sure what for. We're going to wait for the call here. So Blue Devils going to get 6 more minutes of even hockey after that penalty. And Gaffney giving Bradley Scott a little chit-chat there on how he could have handled that better. Now Kubiak over to Sawyer. That one got through, but Barrett able to stand tall there. Now Kubiak getting that one taken away from him, and Winters is going to stop this one for Kukla. And Kubiak getting yard sailed a little bit there. Potential another upper body injury for the Cardinals, as we saw Ricky Rayner have an upper body injury earlier, and that one's going to be offsides. And Kyle Kubiak, the junior that we talked about earlier from Frankenmuth, hopefully nothing serious, but definitely holding that right arm again, the same as Rayner that happened early in the first. Now Rawlings going to send that one over to Bruce McLean. McLean going to set up behind his net. Now a minute left in that Bradley Scott penalty. Now Rawlings going to try and take it himself. Williams able to help a little bit, but Barrett had to stretch to make that leg save. And McLean not able to handle that one. And that one's going to get broken up by Uhas. Now Rawlings getting some pressure from Uhas. Getting sent over to the middle to McLean. McLaughlin behind the net trying to find Namath. Back up to Namath. Namath trying to go through the skates of Uhas. Uhas tries to send that out. McLean able to block it. Now Uhas finally able to get that puck away from Namath. And now it's a scramble in the net. And Uhas going down. Rowling back up top. He's trying to get that one through, but blocked by Percival. And Lucas Robinson trying to put a body on there, but missed a little bit. And back even are the Blue Devils. Colin Clark going out and a diving block by Lucas Robinson, and that one's going to go up into the netting. Now 5:53 left in the third, and the Blue Devils up 5-2 after that Adam Parker. Can't speak right now. Adam Parker goal. And it's really great to see him come back from injury and produce for this Blue Devil team in a really physical rivalry game. And it looks like Kyle Kubiak coming off, which is unfortunate for this Saginaw team, is losing Dorncypher and Rayner earlier in this game. So wishing Rayner and Kubiak a quick and healthy recovery and a safe return. Now Kaluka or Kukla behind the net battling with Drummy, who's being one of the smaller guys on the ice, height and weight-wise. He's definitely one of the more scrappier guys. Is Nolan Kello coming in and put a body on the captain. He blocked that one. And because we sent that puck up into the netting as being the Blue Devils, no change for the Devils here, but fresh set of legs for Sagval. And Kello going to put some body on number 9, Brendan Baker. Now Churchill's going to chase this one down. Was trying to find Matt McClellan, but couldn't. And bodies starting to get thrown all over the places. That shot's going to be ripped up over the glove of Barrett into the netting. 4:50 left in this third period. Blue Devils still up 5-2 if you missed it. But the Blue Devils have really done a good job of closing this period out by really trying to clear out the house and get Saginaw out of it, which is, after talking with the captain, Martino Zaya, that's something they've really been trying to focus on. Is Bart going to put some pressure on Bruce McLean here? And does just that, and that puck's going to get loose. Now this is going to be offsides as Bart kind of getting taken down there by Carter. Now Rawlings with it. He's going to set it far side. Now Shaheen's going to put some pressure on Bart. And that's going to be an icing on the Cardinals. Now 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in this third period, and the Blue Devils holding off the Cardinals right here now, that are putting in a little last-ditch effort to try and bring this game back to even. Now Namath and Shaheen on a chance here. Shaheen having everything but the kitchen sink draped over him. Able to draw a penalty there on a hook. And the Blue Devil faithful showing their displeasure with that call. It looks like that one is going to go on Mitchell Selmeyer, who's really been solid on offense so far today. Part of that Uhas and Oda line. And a little bit of confusion from the Cardinals here on who's going out on the power play. Is the lone power play goal scorer here. Dorncypher not able to join his teammates here on the power play, so it's kind of changed the chemistry there. Is that one-timer from Kukla going way high there off the crossbar. And Bart and Zaya getting some rest here with Uhas and Percival on. So getting a little speed here on the penalty kill as Blue Devils able to win that. And Drummy able to get that one out of the corner up to Rawlings. Over to Sawyer. Down low to Shaheen. Now Marshall out to help him. Now Rawlings back on top with it. Now Drummy going to put some pressure on Kukla. Now Rawlings going to take behind this net to set up. Sai going to put on a little bit of pressure, trying to take away the passing lane backwards. And Dante Williams putting another stick in on there that we've seen him do all day, but Bart trying to help out too. Now McLaughlin down in there. Dante Williams going to try and dump that one out at the wrong side. Bart's going to get there first. And Churchill and Bart going down on that play, and the puck stays in. Now Williams with it behind the net. Gets it up to Bart. And Bart not able to rip that one out. And that puck's going to be blocked and tipped up over the net by Jariah Bart. Now with 2:36 left and 30 seconds left in that Selmeyer penalty, Blue Devils really proving their ranking right now, 14th overall, and why they should move up. Now Namath able to win that, but just gets dominated by Dante Williams in the faceoff circle. And that puck pops out. And that shot's blocked off the assistant captain's stick, Matt Carter. And a body from Percival, able to knock the stick out of Carter's hands. Now Oda going to be able to dump that one down. And Blue Devils able to time that dump and change just right with 3 seconds left on that. And the Selmeyer penalty has been killed off. Now with minute 58 left. You see what Saginaw Valley has to try and get some pucks in the net. Is that puck bounces weird off the stanchion of the glass. Now Barrett's going to stop this behind his net for Drummy. Drummy going to look wide for Bradley Scott. Now DRC is going to try and chase it in. Now Drummy going to send that back up the boards. And about everybody touched that was on that left side boards there. Now Schneider's going to do a nice reverse over to Rawlings, who sends that one up to Sawyer. Now DRC is going to take a little bit of a body, but Sawyer somehow able to get that puck to come away with it. Now Marshall taken down off the hit from DRC. Now Jeremy able to kick that one up. Bradley Scott still trying to come away with it in the corner. It's in his scrum. Looks like Sawyer's holding up Drummy a little bit. And Sawyer and Drummy just going after each other right now this shift. And quick change here by the Blue Devils. And Sawyer going to put a nice body on Nick Broski, Canton, Michigan native. And DRC is going to put another body on Broski with 27 seconds left in this game. Adam Parker is going to put a body on Brendan Baker. An absolute hit parade right now. And looks like we're going to have a penalty here the last 20 seconds on Adam Parker, who other than this has had an absolute highlight reel of a night, especially after coming back from injury. Now Klukla able to win that one. But Lucas Robinson able to come away with it, try and send it back up the boards. Now it's a bit of a scrum. Zaya going to dump this one down with 8 seconds left. And Sawyer not able to handle that pass. And this looks like it's going to be the hockey game. And the Blue Devils able to come away with a huge 5-2 win against rivals Saginaw Valley Cardinals and playing 3 solid periods of hockey. A really impressive game. Well, games by Adam Parker coming back from injury. And Nolan Kellogg, who hasn't had a whole lot of playing time lately, but really trying to make those effort counts off that huge play that came off the Colin Clark goal on that penalty there. But other than that, for me, Alex Johnson, the commentator, the other Alex Johnson, who is our TD today, Denver Rochon, and Darian, we just want to say thank you for joining us tonight. We hope we get to see you against a huge conference matchup with U of M Dearborn versus the D1 Lawrence Tech Blue Devils and see how that one plays out. Have a good night, folks.